This is the main engine. This is the full switch. This is the power cord 110 watt to 220 watt universal. This is a fiber optic hand tool. These are two therapeutic heads for removing red blood sick. They are only different in shape, one straight and one curved, which can be selected according to personal habits. This is the cell therapy plug. This is the nail fungus removal plug. This is the skin rejuvenation plug. This is the focusing ring, used to adjust the size of the spot, 0.2 mm to 3 mm. The thicker the focusing ring is, the bigger the spot is. This is the laser safety glasses for operator. This is the eye mask for customer. Connect the power cord to the power socket. Connect the foot wire to the foot socket. Connect the hand hammer to the eye socket. When connected, the machine may be switched on without adding water. There is no consumable material and no gear is needed. Now, turn on. The instrument loads automatically into the main interface. There are 4 buttons in the main page. There are pages of removing red blood sick, pain physical therapy, green nail, rejuvenation, and anti-inflammation. When click in, click the Remove Red Blood button to enter the Remove Red Blood operation page, and click the Return button to return to the main page. The interface is very simple. There are 3 parameters together. This is power, this is pulse width, and this is frequency. Click on the plus and the minus button to adjust the parameters. Power value: minimum 0.5 watt, maximum 30 watt. When operating on the skin, this value is too small to work. If too large, it will burn and blister. Commonly used range is 6 to 12 watt. Pulse width is the time that the laser stays on the skin. The minimum is 15 milliseconds and the maximum is 100 milliseconds. When operating on the skin, it does not work if it is too small. When it is too big, the pain will increase and blister. The common range is 30 to 60 milliseconds. Frequency is the speed, the number of lasers emitted per second. The minimum is 1 Hz and the maximum is 5 Hz. Usually 2 to 3 Hz is used. This value is related to the manipulation proficiency of the operator. When using slow frequency, the hand should move slowly. And when using fast frequency, the manipulation should move fast. Other parameters are simpler. This light bulb is aiming light. By clicking this button to adjust the aiming brightness, one is weak, the second is brighter, and the third is particularly bright. Generally, the first can see the red blood sick, but it is not clear when it is too bright. Here is the number of laser output after this boot up. Here is the total number of laser output from this instrument. Click on the Start button. Step on the feet. The laser starts to output. Loosen the foot, and the laser stop output. If the parameters are inappropriate and need to adjust the parameters, they need to return to the suspension state to adjust. For example, increase the energy or pulse width a little. Click again to start and check again. This is the operation method of 980 removing red blood silk. When using red blood silk treatment head, which is used to remove red blood silk, the most commonly used focusing ring is 0.5 mm. If the red blood silk is thick, then change into the thin focusing ring. When pain therapy is needed, the pain treatment head is needed to replace without the focusing ring. Enter the operational interface of the pain physiotherapy. When using red blood silk treatment head, which is used to remove red blood silk, the most commonly used focusing ring is 0.5 mm. If the red blood silk is thick, then change into the thin focusing ring. When pain therapy is needed, the pain treatment head is needed to replace without the focusing ring. Enter the operational interface of the pain physiotherapy. The interface operation method is the same as the operation of red blood silk. In pain physiotherapy, the power is usually between 18 watt and 25 watt. Pulse wave usually ranges from 30 milliseconds to 40 milliseconds. Frequency values are usually 2 to 3 Hz. CW mode is continuous output mode. Pulse mode is pulse output mode, and only pulse mode is needed for red blood filament therapy. CW mode can be selected for other operations, such as green nails. In this mode, care must be taken to prevent scald. After CW mode is started, the pulse width and frequency cannot be adjusted. Only the power parameters can be adjusted. Hand tools need vertical alignment in the area which requires physical therapy at a distance about 1 cm. Irradiated by spiral physiotherapy parts will feel hot. The specific treatment time to warm or not hot, and customers can accept as a standard. In the course of treatment, we should constantly ask the customer's feeling, whether can bear the degree. If the parameters are not appropriate, loosen the foot pedal. Click the pause button to go back to the start line and adjust the parameters. For example, increase the energy or pulse width a little. Click again to start and check again. This is how pain therapy works. When removing the nail's fungus, put on the nail fungus therapy head. Use 0.2 mm focusing ring. Tighten it. Pulse and CW modes can be selected according to needs, and the pulse mode are commonly used. The power value usually ranges from 15 watt to 25 watt. Pulse width is usually between 20 milliseconds and 40 milliseconds. Frequency values are usually 2 to 3 Hz. The laser starts to output, and the length is pointed at the patient's nail, which need to be irradiated. When the nails are irradiated spirally at a vertical distance of 1 cm, They will feel hot. Specific treatment time is warm or not hot. Customers can accept as the standard. In the process of treatment, we should constantly ask the customer's feelings, whether can bear the degree. This is how to remove nails fungus. When doing skin rejuvenation and anti-inflammation, the treatment head of skin rejuvenation and anti-inflammation is replaced, and the focus ring is not needed. Enter the page of skin rejuvenation and anti-inflammation. It is suggested that the energy should start at 12 watts. If there is no sensation, the energy can be increased little by little. Generally, 12 volt to 20 volt is suitable, with a power wave of 30 to 80 milliseconds and a frequency of 10 to 30 Hz. The treatment head irradiates the skin vertically, about 5 to 8 cm away from the skin. After 6 seconds of irradiation, the skin feels slightly warm. The duration of irradiation and the duration of the treatment are determined by the doctor according to the scope and the depth of individual treatment. It is recommended that each area can be treated for no more than 3 minutes. The interval period is suggested to be 1 to 2 times a week. This is how to rejuvenate the skin and reduce inflammation. When applying ice, use ice hammer. When the instrument is powered on, it can use the ice compress hammer. It has nothing to do with the screen program. Long press the switch on the ice applying hammer to turn on the ice applying function. If the ice compress hammer is switched on for a long time, the ice compress hammer surface temperature will be lower. It should be adjusted appropriately according to the specific situation, and the time should not be too long. If the patient has adverse reactions during the ice compress, it should stop immediately. Ice application should be stopped for the skin pain lasts for 5 minutes to prevent forced